In this video, we're going to be using Laugar shaving soap out of Sweden. This is Skogsra. I know I'm not saying it right. I'm doing the best I can. And the Double Duck Rehoned. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB, and happy Monday morning to you if you're watching it first thing Monday morning. And if you're not, welcome anyway. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. So today, we're using a number of new things and trying new things and just doing all kinds of stuff. As mentioned below, or as mentioned previously, I should say, we're using a soap out of Sweden, kindly sent to me by Johan Solo of Shave and Butcher. This is Laugar. I know I'm not saying this right. Skogsra. It's very difficult to say. I actually looked up how to say it, and my lips, or I am not capable of making, I can't pronounce it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. I literally can't, and so I hope you bear with me on that, Avon. Anyway, this is out of Sweden. And the scent on this is a nice juniper type scent. So think it's supposed to be based on the Swedish forest. And you do get that juniper sort of evergreen type of scent, but it's not strong in terms of being overwhelming. It's a nice, fresh, woodsy sort of scent with some green. Really nice scent, I think. I actually enjoy it. Really, really nice. And I don't know if you can see that or not. They've got the stamp in the soap. The soap is a little harder to the touch than your typical American artisan soaps, or at least a lot of them. So you might get more mileage out of it. Let's get into the cost of this. This would be considered in the premium realm by American standards. This is 260 Swedish krona, which is roughly equivalent about 28 bucks American for 4.4 ounces, or on our chart, it would be over that $6 an ounce mark, $6.36 in the painful categories as far as price goes for American products. But again, this is a product of Sweden. They probably have different regulation and all sort of hoops to jump through. So we won't make a lot of the cost, especially since this was a gift. So thank you, Johan. On the back, on the bottom here, you see it's got the ingredients, which there are some really good ingredients in here that I like. I'll put them there for you. Cocoa butter, olive oil, shea butter, jojoba. So there's some good butters and oils in here. So we expect it to be creamy when we lather it. And overall, nice presentation. It does come in a tin, and you know what comes with tins? Dents, and then later, years down the road, rust. Not a fan of tins. However, again, this is a gift. And so we're going to try it out. And we'll probably use it and send it to someone else so they can get a chance to try the soap too, because not a lot of Americans have used the soap to date. So we'll share the love. Thank you, Johan. Also, we're using the Double Duck Satin Edge, and this was given to me by the Stallion several months ago. I rehoned it yesterday using an interesting technique suggested by Doug Bear. So we'll see how that goes. We'll talk more as time goes on. And we're going to be using for the first time the PAA. This is the Amber Aerolite brush, which has a Stygian knot, he's calling it, which is sort of a fan bulb hybrid. This is a 24 millimeter knot, but it feels more dense. It feels more like a 26 or 28 millimeter knot. You can see the size of it there. I've already got the soap lathered up. Really handsome brush. I'll link below to a video by Brian Yost where he's showing this out on the sunlight, because this handle, you can't see it well in this light. It's translucent, but it's got some, design in it that you cannot see in this light. But I'm looking forward to trying that out for the first time. That was sent to me by PAA for evaluation. So I love synthetic knots. This one looks great. It's based on I wrote it down for you, the Erskine B200, the design. So looking forward to using that today. So let's get right into it. Going to wet the face. A little under 24 hours growth today. And also today, we are going to try to revise our technique a little bit. Maddie Lindholm was kind enough to reach out to me yesterday and show me some of my tendencies in a very positive way. Like he was very careful to say, I don't want to insult you, but here's what I'm noticing. And I was happy with that, because I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right. He took time out of his busy day to help me with my technique. Although I've been doing well, in terms of not cutting myself, that just doesn't mean you can't improve. And I'm still learning. I'm under 100 straight razor shaves with straight razors at this point. Still very much in the learning process. And you can tell, look, the lather on this, quite nice. So we expect a good shave. I have no doubts that this is a quality soap. Anyway, thank you very much, Maddie. We're going to try to do some of the things you suggested, and I will share it with you because I want to share with the viewers my learning experience. Very nice, very nice. Did you all see, by the way, Glenn Helly's video yesterday where he went full-on orc? Let me show you a shot of what it looked like when he went full-on orc yesterday. Go check out the video. He was kind of making fun of the way I lather lightly, which was fun for me. So please don't take any offense by it. I didn't. I really liked it. But he looks like an orc. Like he went full-on berserker orc mode. Okay. So first, let's see how our edge did. Oh, that's awesome. Very nice. I'll tell you what I did here in a moment. So what I'm trying to do here in this shave, and I've got a note written on the mirror behind me, is to stay more shallow with my angle, because what tends to happen if you watch my videos is as I move down my face, I tend to open up that angle and it becomes more of a scrape and less of an efficient cut. Now, it works perfectly fine for me, but the reason I want to rein that in is because for some people that might cause irritation and so on. And so what I want to do is try to continue to keep it a little bit tighter to my face and sort of try to scoop. Now see there where I went a little bit wide. It's just difficult to change muscle memory. That's why it's important, as much as you can, to try to develop good habits from the start. And I developed a habit of opening that angle up. And what I'm trying to do is remind myself as I'm going, close that angle a little bit. And so not too bad there. Please, folks, no matter how long you've been doing things, try to remain teachable. Try to remain humble. And I like to think that I'm doing that. And so again, trying to keep the blade more shallow to my face. You can definitely hear it cutting. So what I did with this edge, it already had the bevel set by the stallion. So I went down to the 5,000 just to work at it lightly. Again, trying to stay a little more shallow there. Sometimes the angle that I'm at also makes it look wider than it is. But anyway, I went 5,000, 8,000, 12,000. Then I took it to the Ozuku. Then after that, I took it to the Arkansas for some very, very, very light polishing. And this feels very nice, I must say. So Doug Bear recommended trying that because I was talking about the Arkansas stone and how hard it is and how it doesn't feel like there's just not much in the way of feedback. And so he suggested maybe trying using the Arkansas at the very end for some light polishing. And you must be light on that stone because it's super, super hard. And that feels outstanding. So I guess the Arkansas is the last stone I used this on. So technically you could consider it an Arkansas edge. That was beautiful. Really good, because I was talking to Doug Bear about diamond sprays, because my stones go up to 12,000, and then I have a couple of finishers. And I was like, I'm thinking about getting a 16K Shafton, or just to, try things. Or maybe try some of the diamond sprays, which go way up in grit as well. And he said, try this, It's something I've been thinking about doing. Give it a shot. And so I did. And that edge feels really nice. So, Doug, I look forward to seeing what happens when you try it, because that was very nice. Okay, let's get back to our Laugar cream. It did everything I needed, or actually it's not a cream, it's a soap. This soap did everything I needed to do. And again, it's got a nice scent. And this brush feels great. It feels bigger than 24 millimeters. And I will put a link below. Anything that's listed under affiliate links, on those links, I get a stipend if you purchase, which goes back into the channel. Now, I don't ask you to purchase anything ever, but if you do, and it's under the affiliate links section, it helps out the channel, so please keep that in mind. And that goes for anything that's on Amazon, I'll link, or anything under affiliate. Most of the things won't be under affiliate typically, but I will put these bottles and things like that. And this brush under there, brand new. And boy, I'm enjoying this brush. So thank you, Douglas, for allowing me to try this. It feels great. It feels bigger than 24 millimeter to me. And it's supposed to be dense, and I think it is. So doing a great job this morning. Again, our double duck, fantastic. So one of the other mistakes that I make, which Maddie did not call out, but I know it, is that sometimes I'm careless putting the blade to my face, especially down on my neck, just coming in too hot. So again, we try to keep the blade a little bit more shallow, and that will help you avoid getting one of those dreaded memory lines. Rinsing off the blade here. And the soap is performing very well. So I would definitely say this is a quality soap without question. It is a good soap. Pricey, but it's definitely a good soap. And what I use this cloth for is just to hold and stretch, because your hands get slippery when you're on this residual slickness. And so what this cloth does, it just allows me to get a better grip. And again, I'm trying to keep this angle shallow. Now sometimes, because of this camera is not directly in front of me, it's off a little bit. Sometimes the angle will seem more extreme than it is. But again, thank you very much, Maddie. And that's not the first time Maddie has, and Frank Stromberg and Dave Card have helped me, and other people too, like Doug Bear, with technique. You've never been doing something too long to learn something, in my opinion. And you should listen to the expertise of others and take it into consideration. And Maddie was so nice about it. He was like, oh, I don't want to offend you, but he was just going out of his way not to offend. And I was like, Maddie, I appreciate this. Like, I'm not one of those people that ask for feedback and then I balk at the feedback. And, you know, it's one thing if somebody's attacking you and trying to make a personal attack. It's another thing when they're trying to help you. So please, folks, if you get feedback from one of these straight shavers who have tremendous experience and expertise, take it into account. You may not do exactly what they suggest because maybe it doesn't feel right for you, or maybe it doesn't work for you. But I would suggest that you consider it. And for me, this is a matter of every single day reminding myself, keep this angle shallow. And it's most dramatic on my last pass, where I come in from the ears and go in towards the nose. I tend to let that angle really flare. And so that's where it's most dramatic. Very nice. And it is cutting nicely. So I would say the edge here, doing a great job. And you'll see, I will tinker around with it and move, you know, adjust it a little bit to make it feel like it's cutting better in certain places. But I'm trying to keep it more shallow. And so I hope Maddie will watch this and say, okay, yeah, better or not, you know. Because I certainly do not know anything about straight razor shaving, but I will certainly tell you what I do know or have learned in my own experience, which may not match your experience, and that is okay. We're using the old Glenn Helly Mister. Again, that orc. Take another look at Glenn there when he went into full orc berserker mode. That's frightening. in his video, which I'll also link below, he was like, you got to get in there and lather. And you know my feelings about lathering. Scrubbing is for the shower. It's not for the brush. Because the reason why is a lot of people get brush burn from over scrubbing. And then they blame the razor or the soap, and they don't realize it's the brush. Many of my viewers, since I brought this topic up, have said, you're absolutely right. I was scrubbing too much and I was getting brush burn. And then later I was blaming my razor or blades or whatever. So I remain happy about the quality of this soap. It's definitely doing everything it's supposed to do. Let's throw a little more water in it this time, just for the heck of it. I'm very much enjoying this brush too. I don't know. It's listed as 24 millimeters on the knot, but it's a horse of a knot, and it is a new knot to PAA. Stygian, it's called, and I like it. I love a good soft knot that is capable of, making these kind of lathers. So I am a painter, and I'm easy on my face when lathering. My face can take harder lathering, but I don't need to. Why bother? When I can just easily paint it on, and that feels really nice. It almost feels like if you've ever gotten a massage and somebody's got those real, now on your muscles, they're going harder, but there's certain parts of your body where they get very light with the touch, and it just feels great, like they're massaging your fingers or hands or something, and they get sort of light. It feels great. Plenty of lather here from this soap. It does make a good lather, and this brush, it has soft tips, but it's dense. And again, to me, it seems more like a bigger knot. It performs more like a bigger knot. And by the way, whenever I get a new brush, now this happens to be a container that I recycled. I use the PAA brush soap to wash it out. I also use this with a toothbrush to clean my DE razors. It works great, and I really enjoy it. Okay, let's clean up the hands, or dry up the hands, and finish up our final pass. And again, remaining cognizant of trying to keep this angle, shallow, and not open it up like that. So thank you very much again, Maddie. Thank you, Johan, for letting me try this soap. And I think the lady who runs Laugar is Nina. I will link Johan's video where he goes and visits Nina, and then they talk about the soap and so on and so forth. And so check that out. Also, I will remind you that Johan has a raffle ongoing to raise money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, which deals with raises money for Parkinson's research, which Johan has. And I'm not airing anything that he hasn't already discussed on his channel, but he's a terrific straight razor shaver, far better than I. And his hands aren't as, due to Parkinson's, he doesn't have as much dexterity as I do, but he's still way better than I am. Experience counts, folks, and he's probably used straight razors thousands of times, and me 100 times, and he does a fantastic job. And so go check out, I will link the video on how to get involved in his raffle. Now what I'll do here is I'll put the blade to my face, typically with a little more of an extreme angle, just to sort of fit it in there. But what I need to be doing is keeping it shallow instead of opening it up like that. So those are the things that Maddie pointed out. Now I do know that on this particular pass, the angle looks more extreme than it is because of the way I'm facing the camera, because that is almost flat. There we go, very nice. But on that pass, the angle looks more extreme than it is. And I apologize, this video is probably going to go slightly over my normal time. I like to keep it under 20 minutes, but sometimes it just can't because I'm blabbing. And on this video, I'm trying to talk about technique, new soap, new brush, and I'm trying to be more shallow with my angle. And so I hope I'm doing a better job with that. But I will tell you, folks, the habits that you develop are hard to break. So every day, I'm going to have to mention that for a while so it will become normal. As I say, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So when you practice and you're not doing it in the best way possible, it's not good. So I have to remind myself to do it right. And then we shall be golden. Thanks again, Maddie. I really appreciate it. Very nice. That was an excellent shave. I'm very, very happy with that edge. I didn't talk a lot about it because I had other things to discuss, but I am super happy with that edge. It did a great job. And so let me rinse. We will come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back with the magic made by witches. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber, which you see used here every day. Great, great stuff. Just rub it in. That was a terrific shave. The soap was great. The brush was great. The new edge using the Ozuku Arkansas combo was great. And there is our double duck with the new edge on it. That was fantastic. Thank you, Doug Bear, for the recommendation. We used the Laugar. I won't offend you by trying to say that again because I'm just not capable of pronouncing it. My mouth won't make those sounds. And of course, we used the PAA Amber Aerolite 24 millimeter, which punches above its weight in terms of millimeter. It does not feel like a 24 millimeter knot. I really like that. We shall finish off today with Hega for Matty Lindholm because he calls this toxic waste. It is not. It smells great. It feels nice on your face. And that's how we're going to finish this wonderful shave today. Remember, folks, remain teachable. Don't keep your own counsel. Listen to other people. And that was a fantastic shave. I'm super happy with that. Thank you, Johan. Thank you, Matty. Thank you, Doug Bear. Thanks, most importantly, to all of you. I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.